Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a new topic, natural vegetation and wildlife. Do you know what is natural vegetation or vegetation? Have you observed the trees around you? So all the trees and plants which are around us are known as vegetation. Now there is a difference between vegetation and natural vegetation. So first we will do what is natural vegetation. Natural vegetation, all plants that grow naturally without any human interference is known as natural vegetation. Means all the plants which grow naturally, means by their own. When we are not growing any plants, all the plants are grown by their own. All those plants come under the category of natural vegetation. The crops or the floral plants which we grow in our homes or in our fields, those are not coming under the category of natural vegetation because those things are grown with the help of human beings. So when human beings interfere, that is not a natural vegetation, that is a vegetation only. So natural vegetation is a vegetation in which grow naturally without any human interference. That is known as natural vegetation. Now we know that there are several types of natural vegetations in the world. Now natural vegetation can be divided into 5 main types. First, the evergreen forest. Second, the deciduous forest. Third, the grasslands. Fourth, the desert vegetation. And 5, the tundra vegetation. Now we will read about each type of natural vegetation. First are the evergreen forest. Now again we can divide evergreen forest into 4 parts. Tropical evergreen forest, temperate evergreen forest, Mediterranean forest and coniferous forest. First are the tropical evergreen forest. Now, tropical evergreen forest, all the forest which is found in the tropical regions, those are known as tropical evergreen forest. Now what are the tropical regions? First we will understand about tropical regions. We know that our earth is divided into various parts. First, the 0 degree equator, 23.5 degree north, Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree south, Tropic of Capricorn, 66.5 degree north, Arctic Circle, 66.5 degree south, Antarctic Circle. So the area between Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn, this area is known as the tropical areas because these areas lie between the tropics. So these are known as tropical areas. So in tropical areas we know that these are near the equator. Here the earth receives maximum amount of sunlight, so the rate of evaporation is high. Humidity in these areas is high. As the rate of evaporation is high, so is the rainfall. So rainfall is also high. So these are the forests which receive maximum amount of rainfall. So these are found in hot and wet equatorial regions. As these are hot, receiving maximum amount of sunlight, and wet, receiving maximum amount of rainfall also. So these are hot and wet. Then vegetation is dense. As you can see in the picture, also the trees are very close to each other because of the maximum amount of sunlight sunlight and rainfall, the tree grows very fast. Trees have hard wood and broad leaves. Wood of the trees is hard and leaves of the trees are broad. That's why they form a canopy. Trees form a canopy, and a thick undergrowth of creepers is also found in these areas. Now we can see the undergrowth. See, all the small plants are grown near the roots of the trees. So this is known as undergrowth. Next are the temperate evergreen forests. Now, where these temperate evergreen forests are found? These areas are tropical areas. So the area above the Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle means this area, and from Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circle, this area. These areas are known as temperate areas. So the forests which are found in the high rainfall areas of temperate zone are known as temperate evergreen forest. Now these are found in warm temperate region, the areas which are warm, where rate of evaporation is high. In those areas, these type of forests are found. Then trees have hardwood and yield valuable timber. Now all trees have hardwood, that's why these are commercially valuable, used for making furniture, buildings, etc. Then main trees of these areas are oak, eucalyptus, pine and bamboo. Next are the Mediterranean forests. These forests are found in the western side of the temperate regions, and trees here are evergreen and broadleaf. Here the trees have broad leaves, and trees have thick, broad, waxy leaves. Trees have thick leaves. Their bark is thick. Their leaves are waxy, so that less evaporation can take place. And they have long roots, so that from deep inside the earth they can penetrate water. And the main trees are olive, fir, pine, cypress, etc. Now in the picture also you can see these are the olive trees. Next are the coniferous forest. As it is clear from its name, coniferous. Coniferous means cone shape like. Now you can see that these trees are with the shape of cone from the upper side. So these are found in the northern hemisphere between 55 and 70 degree latitude, means near the Arctic Circle these trees are, or these forests are found. 0 degree equator, Tropic of Cancer, Arctic Circle. So in these areas these trees are found. So trees are tall and straight with needle-like leaves. Now why their leaves are needle-like? Because in these areas snowfall is very common. So trees have conical shape so that snowfall can slide down, and trees are needle-like so that less evaporation can take place, and they can bear the very cold climate also. So trees have soft wood which is used for making furniture, matchstick, paper, plywood, etc. The main trees of this region are pine, fir, cedar and spruce. These are the main trees which are found in coniferous forest. Second type is deciduous forest. First we have done the 4 types of evergreen forest. Now the deciduous forest. Now evergreen forests remain green throughout the year as trees do not have any particular time to shed their leaves. So one patch of the forest remain green throughout the year. That's why they are known as evergreen forest. But in deciduous forest, trees have a particular time to shed their leaves. Particularly in the dry summer season, most of the trees shed their leaves. So these forests are known as deciduous forests. These can further be divided into two parts: tropical deciduous forest and temperate deciduous forest. First are the tropical deciduous forest. These are found in Asian countries like India. We are living in Asian continent. So in India also these deciduous forests are found, and these are also known as monsoon forest. Because India's climate is dominated by monsoon, we are dependent for the change in season on the monsoon. So our climate type is monsoon type. So these forests are also known as monsoon forests. These are less dense and shed their leaves in dry season. You can see in picture also that trees are not very close to each other. They are far away from each other. So density of trees is less. The closeness of trees is less. So trees are the medium or of medium height, and these are commercially valuable because timber can be obtained from these trees very easily, because one variety of trees is all together. That's why it is commercially valuable. But from evergreen forest, commercially valuable timber can obtain with difficulties. Now here the trees are of medium height because these forests do not receive much amount of rainfall. Main trees are teak, sal, shisham, eucalyptus and bamboo. Next are the temperate deciduous forests. These are found in temperate regions from Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle and Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circle. These are found in cool temperate regions. The areas of temperate region where the temperature is low, these are found in those areas, and these trees have thick trunk and broad leaves. You can see in the picture also that trunk of the tree is thick. It is thick. So these are the temperate deciduous forests. Trees shed their leaves in the autumn season. Now see, these trees are also shedding their leaves. Some trees are shedding their leaves in dry summer season. Some trees are shedding their leaves in autumn season, but they have a particular time to shed their leaves. Main trees of these areas are maple, poplar, ash, birch and Douglas fir. These are the main trees of these areas. Next are the grasslands. Now as it is clear from its name, grasslands means stretches of grass. Grass is found all over. Here trees are found very less, but grasses are more, and these grasslands are found in the higher altitude areas where growth of trees started shortening to less. These are divided into two: tropical and temperate grasslands. First are the tropical grasslands. Tropical grasslands found in the tropical zones, means Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle and Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circle. All the areas which have high altitude in these two zones, These are known as the tropical grasslands. Grasses are very tall. Here, if we see the grasses in our area, we can see very short height of grasses. But in these areas, the height of grasses is very tall, that even a man can hide himself in those long grasses. The height of grasses is too much. Trees are short and scattered. As you can see in picture also, grasses are all over, but trees are very less, and they are scattered. They are not collected at one place, but scattered at different places. Next are the temperate grasslands. These are located in the interior regions of the temperate belt, and rainfall varies from moderate to poor. This is one of the major reasons why trees are very less in these areas, because here the rainfall is from moderate to poor. Because of less rainfall, trees are also less. Grasses are short, and only a few trees like elder, willow and poplar are found. Apart from this, many floral small plants are also found in these areas, and these grasslands are used as grazing grounds for the animals also. Next vegetation type is desert vegetation. Now, this type of vegetation is found in the areas of scanty rainfall, the areas which receive very less amount of rainfall, approximately less than 25 centimeters of annual rainfall. Those areas come under the category of desert vegetation. It supports only xerophytic plants. Xerophytic plants means the plants which adopt themselves according to the climate and according to the landform features or according to the relief. Those plants are known as xerophytic plants. As we know that in desert, cactus are found and trees have needles, so that less evaporation can take place. And trees have succulent stem, so that they can store water in them. Plants have thick stem to store water and long roots to draw water from great depth, because in desert regions the underground water level is very low. So the trees and plants have long roots, so they can draw water and can survive in the hot climate. Thorny bushes and shrubs are common, and main trees are cactus, date palm and acacia. This type of vegetation you can see in your areas also. In our areas, cactus are found, acacia is also there, and date palms are also found. Next is the tundra type of vegetation. This vegetation found in the north of Arctic Circle. This is the area of tundra vegetation. This is Arctic Circle and this is North Pole. So the area from Arctic Circle to North Pole is the area of tundra vegetation. In these areas, the land is covered with snow approximately throughout the year. Summer season is very short, and when the snow melts, only few shrubs can grow. Now, found in the north of Arctic Circle, plant life is very limited because the area is covered with snow due to freezing conditions. Mosses, lichen, birch, willow and some wildflowers are found in the summer season. When snow melts, at that time only mosses and lichen and some floral plants can grow. When at the time the temperature rises and it gave a way to small plant life. So this is tundra vegetation found in the upper altitudes only. Hope this topic will be clear. Thank you.